I'm driving Citroen's C3 Picasso today, which is a blend of their C3 hatchback and their C4 Picasso. So you've got like a lovely little mini MPV. It's got a great shape to it, a bit boxy, but it's a curvaceous box, which makes the most of all that space. I think it's lovely. And the one we're driving is a 1.6 diesel VTR Plus, which is their trim level. It's 90 horsepower, and there's 110 horsepower if you want a bit more power, but I found this fine. I think if you're pushing around with your family, kids in tow, I don't see the huge need to have a really powerful engine, and this one certainly goes very nicely in town and on the motorway. In actual fact, on a combined cycle, this gives you 60 miles per gallon, which is pretty good, and the CO2 emissions 125 grams per kilometre. So I also got the shape here of the C3. The C3 Picasso's got this lovely extra bit here, which inside makes it feel very, very airy. When I first drove it, it made me feel a bit odd, but actually I've got used to it very, very quickly, and it's great visibility, I must say. This is such an easy car to drive, no doubt about it. The steering is lovely, very responsive, very, very light. The gears are a bit vague, but you do find your gears very easily, but it just doesn't, it's not the best gearbox I've ever had, but it's absolutely fine. You put your foot down and it does respond. It's not the quickest car I've been in, but it's not bad. It's lovely driving along the motorway and lovely cruising around town as well. Overall, it's a really nice car to drive. Especially I think you do need an easy car to drive when you're transporting grandparents, children, because that's what this car's all about, isn't it? What I find quite odd is you're driving this car and it feels very spacious inside, because it really is spacious. And you get outside, you think, actually, it's not that big looking at all. So that's quite nice, I rather like that. But with the seat, the normal person sits in the front, there's still plenty of room at the rear for your legs. There is a bench at the back there, which is firm, but it's okay. You've got your ISOFIX fittings there as well. It's got a lovely boot, and because of the cube-like shape of it, it's a very, very spacious boot. It has a hidden compartment underneath as well, which can be easily tucked away to give you a deeper floor. So the rear seats are very spacious, but I think what makes it even more spacious, or feels like it, and airy, is this lovely window here, which mirrors the shape, that lovely cube shape of the car. And of course you've got these fantastic rear lights, which are lovely and high, very visible to other people driving up behind you. I particularly like the fact the doors are large, so getting children in, toddlers, babies, grannies, very easy. Really, essentially what this car is, it's a very practical car, and it works very well. I was able to get quite comfortable in the front here, although I do feel the pedal's a bit odd. The brake seems quite a way up and the clutch seems quite a way down, so I feel slightly lopsided. But I've managed to get the seat comfortable, forward and backwards no problem, and the steering wheel, can be altered for height and reach as well. So in summary, this is a great mini MPV, no doubt about it. It does everything you imagine an MPV will do, but it's small, it's neat, it's stylish, very, very practical, loads of cubby holes, loads of space, great feeling of space here as well, because it's tall. Yeah, very nice car.